What other bands and musicians do you consider to be influences?
I think we all kind of have our own. So
I like a lot of Mineral stuff and Christy Front Drive, like in terms of just some older, I guess, typical cliche indie rock stuff. But then, I don't know, there's a lot of other just random crap I've listened to, so I think I draw a lot just from all different facets of areas.
Huge fan of Tenfold, which is sort of a Mineral and Sunny Real Estate influenced band from our area. And I like a lot of like kind of screamy stuff with the Assistant and Seisha. And I come from an alt rock background, so I think unfortunately some things like Jane's Addiction and probably Nirvana and bands like that can bleed through in my influences.
I don't know. I like a lot of the same stuff as Greg, but I kind of grew up on a lot of hardcore stuff, like I don't know, like I used to be into like Minor Threat, and like, well, I'm still into Minor Threat, obviously, but you know, like, but I think, you know, I kind of just like the idea of the freedom and just the independent kind of like, you know, punk feel of music or whatever. So I think I kind of grabbed onto that and just really like that as well as some other things now.
My favorite band of all time is Smashing Pumpkins, and I guess maybe they're a little more on the alt rock side of things. They're amazing, and I just kind of want to do what they do. I guess more recently, my favorite band is Bane. I get made fun of once in a while because, like, you know, no one else is quite as positive around, of course. But they're fucking awesome. And besides that, I don't know. What else is in my CD question?
Voice of Fire.
Yeah, I'll see Cast, Mineral. That whole thing, that the generic answer when you ask a band of our type is that, and I say it applies to me as well.
The scene in New Jersey contributed to the band. Do bands from New Jersey, such as like Save the Day and Midtown, make it easier to make a name for yourself, or do you feel like shattered?
I would say with New Jersey, it's kind of, you know, not to use a typical cliche, but it's definitely a catch-22. Because you have a really amazing scene and a lot of really great bands. You also have a lot of really crappy bands. And in general, you just have a lot of bands. So because of that, I think most of the kids that go to shows in the past few years, I shouldn't say most, but a good portion of kids have grown really jaded. And it's difficult to just, you know, find a random... I think it's difficult to find kids to just come out to a show and see a random new band that they haven't heard of. So you kind of have to like make a name for yourself, you know, through some other means before you're just going to get kids to come out. And then if you look at bands like Saves the Day and Midtown, they've kind of done that through, I guess, other circumstances. That's, I think, partially why they're successful in what they do. So yeah, I guess it's a really great scene, but at the same time, it is hard because there's so many bands and so much out there.
And, well, the problem with bands like Midtown and Save the Day, it's like they all kind of came from where we are now, which is cool because we can kind of relate to that they're all just like kids who went to school started a band. But I think where they are now makes it a lot harder for a band like us because they sort of took like the punk rock and like brought it to like the major club circuit. So now it's like it's hard to get a lot of kids to come out and see bands unless it's like, you know, in front of 2,000 people with Midtown at like the major club down the road, you know. So it's like it's a good thing because it brings more exposure to our style. It's a bad thing because it makes it harder for local bands to get to.
I think the other thing is I don't feel like we're in the same scene. I kind of feel like they're big, you know, and we're just like this sort of underground band still. So yeah, I mean, I guess like musically we're considered part of the same scene, but I wouldn't. What I consider part of the scene that I'd like to associate with has more to do with like really small bands, just because those are the kids I know and those are the kids I like. You know, kids in like bands like The Assistant or this band called Wrecked by the Names, where they're just like really good kids and they like putting on shows or helping out.
I guess what's kind of funny though is you look at a band like bands like Midtown and Thursday. I remember probably maybe 2 years ago. No, but like 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. It was just like this little. Yeah, you can see them in a basement like 5 minutes away from where you live. And now a lot of those basement shows and a lot of the firehouse shows and like VFW shows don't go on anymore. And I think the club had like the whole club thing has really limited it because now you have to go and pay $15 to see a band. A lot of the halls are shut down and all that crap.
I think that sums it up quite well.
Is this your guys' first tour out of your area? And do you have any plans like for touring after this? Like little East Coast?
This is our first tour. We've done one other one which is very similar to this one, which is leaving New Jersey down to Florida.
Yeah, that was a year ago.
And it's basically this time of year here. And then cutting up through Alabama towards the Midwest. And we've done 2 tours up in the New England area. And we do plan on touring as much as we can in the future.
Yeah, we're all in school right now, and we have like 1 more semester left. So
Got another CD there.
as soon as the semester's over for us, we're kind of like putting everything on hold, and I guess going to take the band as far as we can. So we'll probably try tours next week.
It gets me